Here's for Ted Grove. I got my pocket constitution of the United. Told themselves that their neighborhood watch was going to get immunity and that they had it with my mom and Dale and all this shit for like helping Keith and Addie or something go after my other family and my other block. Well, you know who else? A well-known guy told everybody he had immunity inside of court, and that was his whole defense. Is they said that they gave me immunity, and then they threw his ass in prison for the rest of his fucking life. Guy's name was Whitey Bulger. You know what? That idiot should have got that fucking John Connolly guy to contract immunity. If it's not contracted, you don't have it. If there's no paperwork stating you have immunity or not an actual official government contract, you do not have immunity. Anything you do, you could get in trouble for. You fucking idiot. I'm not trying to say that I'm a gangster or anything. I'm just trying to say that I'm not fucking stupid. And obviously, why would they give me immunity twice and fucking straight up nobody else? Was it maybe because, unlike Whitey Bulger and John Connolly, I gave over real intelligence, unlike my mom and Keith and Addie, who scalped intelligence and used it to murder people, and then they tried to take a hit on Rhonda's kids for some reason. My cousin Rhonda in 2012. Why the fuck, before they even took their first hit they ever successfully took on me, what the fuck did Rhonda and her kids do? She never scalped any intelligence. The rest of my family leaves me the fuck alone. Same as my block in the past. Before the Boyds came, just like with my grandma Pearl Gray, nobody fucked with me. Nobody cared about me talking to myself in my bedroom. Nobody cared about me working with the cops. Nobody wanted money from me being on contracts or this racketeering operation or me getting immunity. Nobody gave a shit. That was my life. Then all of a sudden, everybody gets these criminals around, and they get these hardcore white trash people onto a nice block, and these people start acting hardcore white trash, and the cops realize they can manipulate them, and they realize that my mom and her family's hardcore white trash, and that's what they needed, and that my other block, they were all rich. They didn't want to fuck with me or my dad or the police because they didn't want to lose everything they fucking owned. Kind of like Hans that I used to work for at Rocky Point said, the reason that I want you to have your boarders at your house sign a waiver, and the reason I make people sign a waiver at my property, is because if they get fucking hurt these days, if they get a good enough lawyer, they can sue you for everything you fucking own. Hans even said, if Nicole or Desiree gets fucking injured and they get a good enough lawyer, I could lose this entire house and horse barn, 20 acres of property, to one of those little girls if their lawyer is good enough, if they get hurt and they had no fucking waiver on my property. But, you know, legalities, and let's just tell ourselves that we could hurt children in rehabs and we have immunity for it as informants, and we could stop the guy who's actually going to go stop the crime from happening, because we're going to work with Josie and Nikki and this guy named Daryl against Ryan and Mike in Crossroads, and that's what Neighborhood Watch is going to do, because I don't know anything about down here, even though I'm going to meet the fucking people, so I don't need to know anything.